we had a really generous donation from a friend of mine who I've known a long time that's helping us, really get things started, which is great. So the renovations, the curatorial is moving all of their items out next week, and then we'll be able to have the contractor start the work then. So, but we're very excited.
Yeah, it looks like the perfect site for the archaeology group.
Yeah, it does. So it's thank you for your help on that. So but yeah, I one thing we want to do with the new building being on 20 is to potentially have high school students get involved with some of the GIS work and employ them in doing some of the digitizing, and that'll give them practical experience to learn GIS and be able to put it on their resume as well.
Right. Plus you get your volunteers young.
Yeah. And so we're looking for some grants for that. I'm talking with the Dominion Energy Group. They always like these kind of things, and a couple of other places to see if we could get some grants. Because high school students, a lot of times they're like in the summertime, they need to have a job to do something like that. They need to have it be paid. Uh,
Right.
so, but and makes me even more appreciative of what you all have done. So and are doing right now. So because y'all are really getting through a lot of material. Like I'll share screens, but you can uh see like with the map, like all of the East Smokehouse is done, which is pretty doggone amazing. It's so that went pretty quick. And then West Smokehouse, you all have just gotten into all this. Some of this area down here was part of the Southwest Yard because we did these excavations in 2014, but they're technically part of the smokehouse. So one thing I need to do is I have not uploaded the photos of all the scanned files to S3 yet. With the loss of my computer in the fire, I'm waiting to get a new computer, which will hopefully be in a couple of weeks, and that'll give me the power I need to upload those. Because otherwise, this computer I got to run it at night, and I'm usually taking this one home to do work at night, and I need something running in the background. So, but how's the digitizing going? Do you have anything? Do y'all have any questions or anything that's come up with the smokehouses?
I didn't have anything. Everything went pretty smoothly, except for those last couple that I did. There was a little bit of confusion there about how some of it was labeled.
Yeah, there it looks like there were continuation forms on the stratum form, and so just calling that number 2 is fine.
Yeah,
So
usually if there's like a C1 and a C2, that's two different layers.
no, that's true. Yeah.
So that's what I
Oh
think
man,
that's
I
what
totally
confused
forgot
me.
about that.
But
You're right. Yeah. Um, well, no, it'll be CA1 because
okay.
it would be like MT2176.C, then .CA, and then 1 CA2. So that wouldn't be the layer because
Okay.
it would be the CA that would get the number 2. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's very infrequently there's been 2 stratum cards because like for example there'll be a stratum card like in some of the 2000 in the Southwest Yard especially there are some situations where a unit was opened up in 2014 and then stopped being excavated. Then we unbackfilled it 3 years later and continued the excavations. And in 2014, a layer was opened just to show what the next layer would be, but it was never excavated. But then that layer was excavated in 2017, so there are 2 cards. And so the card you digitize would be the one from 2017. But I don't think there's any examples of that in the smokehouse area.
Are these for the West Smokehouse? These are already labeled too, like the East Smokehouse was, or do we
Yeah,
have to
they're all
do?
labeled. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
we don't
labeled.
need to label.
Yeah, there's no labeling that's needed. I think for much of the South Yard, the labeling has been done. Like, I'll have to see. It might be that when we move to the south kitchen and to the north dwelling, which are let me show you where those guys are. Like the south kitchen is right here. The south kitchen is all of these units across here. Actually, the south kitchen is pretty big. It's all of these units in here. And then the north dwelling, northwest, northeast slave quarter is all these units in here. So when we get to that, am I sharing the right screen? You can see the map there.
Yes.
Okay. When we get to these, I think these will need to be relabeled because I think like if I look up 2335, MT 2335. No, it looks like these are all North Dwelling. These are all relabeled. Yeah, this must have been done before we started the MAAP project. Some of these need to be rotated.
Right, I was gonna say that. Yeah, it needs to be rotated, but
Yeah, but these are all ready to go. So that's great. That'll make it very easy. And these look like the same forms as the smokehouse forms. So that's great. That'll mean a pretty smooth transition into the next set of units, which is all, you know, the rest of the South Yard. So there are some oddities that we're gonna have to at the end of the smokehouse project, we're gonna have to uh go and deal with. Like for example, in for the smokehouses, let's see, yeah, there are units from the 2008 season and the 2016 season. And these, the forms are slightly different. So what I'm going to need to do is copy, I think the 2016 season's forms, I don't know how different they are than the 2015. Like this one is, yeah, this one has the stratum there. Yeah, I think the 2016 forms, they are a bit different. In 2016, we put the occupation periods there. So I will need to add that as a, probably won't even add that as a field because that gets changed in the report.
but I might have seen that on some of the 2015 ones
Really?
as well.
Okay. Maybe that transition happened. How was that to enter? Was it a problem?
I didn't enter it. I don't think. I don't think I entered anything for it.
Oh, okay.
Like
Huh.
there's no field for time period anywhere.
There is no, yeah, there's no time for, but you did the form as a whole.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay, you did the form as a whole. That's cool. So yeah, but I'll make a guide for that when we do that because there's not that many units that fall under the 2016 season, but there's enough where we need to get them done. And then 2008, I think there's more there. Yeah, 2008 we had just done some initial exploration, and that'll probably use the same forms that we used for this. Let's see, that would be the North Yard, which is quite a while ago. We did that like 2 years ago. So if you look at the map here, the North Yard is all up in here. This is the 2009 season. Let's see when these are being digitized. These were digitized. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, this one is yours, and you did this in March of 2023, because there's your initials right there. So that was almost a year and a half ago. Let me see. For some reason that doesn't show up unless I hit edit and the names show up. And there's Kathy in 2023. So yeah, get out of this. So yeah, we've got quite a bit that you've been able to get quite a bit done, but you can see there's a lot left in the south yard. There's all the south kitchen, the northeast slave quarter, and then the duplexes. And then even further afield, you've got all the stable quarter down here as well. So we've gotten a lot done though. Holy cow. You look at all this, all what's in green. I need to change the coloring to have it be red so you can really see what's been digitized. So, but oh, cool. Well, anything else, Beth or Steven?
Not for me. I assume that we're just ready to go ahead and start on the west,
Yeah, you can start on the
right?
west. I think Dean's already started that. And Steve, I can't remember if you're coming in the fall in October on a program.
No, I haven't signed up for any.
You haven't signed up for any. Okay. All right.
Going to Greece in October.
Oh, we're going to Greece. Oh, that sounds cool. What are you doing there?
Just vacation.
Vacation?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I actually had a couple questions on if you go to the map.
Yep. I'm gonna share screens again. Yep.
And 2271.
2271. Oops.
It's actually, yeah, it's close. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did I do that right? That's 2271 is that small square and not the whole unit?
2271 is the whole unit.
Oh,
So there's a smaller 2.5 by 2.5 that we excavated in 2008 that's 1495. And then it looks like there's a unit 2444. That one was put in 2016 when we actually reconstructed the smokehouses. You can see all these units, one right here, one right here. These were put in for the footers for the building. And so those are later, but the 2271 is the whole unit.
oh, okay.
So like for that one, I could easily edit that one. This is 2271. I hit edit.
Does that mean it's all four squares? Like it's
Yeah, I thought it was, if you look at, I guess the information, the cards,
Yeah.
one of the, I guess the diagram shows that it's just a sliver. So that's why I did that. I did it this way.
Oh, well, let me hit escape then. Discard edits. And so 2271 MT
Yeah,
2271. Let's see. Let's see what comes up here.
yeah. Yeah, if you go up to yeah, go back a little bit.
Yeah, layer O is a 5 by 5. And then what are you looking at? Looking for?
Yeah, go like to the one, the second one on your screen, right there. That, see
This
that?
one, Strata B?
Nope. The photo. That, well, see the second one on your screen, 2271. Nope.
This
Up
one?
a little bit. One more. Yep, that.
This one.
Yeah. See, that's
Yeah, this is a profile. So this is a profile drawing on the side, so that's why it looks like a sliver.
oh, okay.
It does kind of look like a unit because those look like the bulks right there.
Right.
But this is a profile of the unit, so that's why it looks like a sliver.
Okay.
So what you want to do to look at and to see whether it's the whole unit is if you look at the drawing right here, this is, 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, and then 5 feet this way. What was excavated in this case was just this area right here for the feature. So 2271B is actually, it doesn't have a feature number, but it should. Yeah,
And
there's
right
B.
there, and that, if you look at those photos, one of the photos is 2270, not 2271. That was another thing I had. If you go through the photos, you'll actually see that the card
Oh,
says
yeah.
2270.
Yeah, that is a problem. That should be relabeled 2270. I'm gonna change this right now.
But there was no 2270.
Oh,
That was the other problem. If you look in the data, there was no 2270. There's no
so if
unit.
you look in the map, there's no
Right.
2271
But
or
yeah.
2270.
Yep.
No, there it is. 2270 is over in the duplexes, but it's not part of the smokehouse. So
Right.
2270, this was excavated in the same year, but it was for excavating the foundation for this building when it was being built. So, Steve, I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to move it to pause relabel. And then this will be the southwest duplex. And I need to look this one up because there's missing ones there, but it'll be where it needs to be. Let's see, MT2270. Let's see where that is. Some of this is OR333. Oh, there's so many. Problem is there some of these units, there's some that were in OR333 in the home farm, and others that were in the south yard. So it gets confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is unit records, digital photos. This one is scanned unit strata south yard, southwest duplex. So let's see, that's this one right here. Let me see if I can move it over here. Yeah, so that moved it. And this one, yeah, so I got it in the right place now.
Okay.
But going back to this other thing for MT2271, this one is
It's that whole unit, not just that sliver.
it's the whole unit.
Right.
So what
Okay.
you can do is if I go back to this map to 2271, is I can take this guy right here.
Oh, I'll do that because
You can
that's
do it. Okay. All
my
right. Yeah,
it's my
you can,
mistake. So
you can
I'll,
just stretch it. You don't have to delete it. You can just stretch it and it'll keep all the data that you entered.
okay. Okay. I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
I have a couple more.
Okay. All right.
Well,
What else do you have,
can I
Steve?
just make a comment about that previous one? So the B piece was just that one little wedge of stuff, though.
Yeah, the B was in this case, it was just this little area right here. So in case of the B strata, you draw it in just in the corner of the unit right there, the best you could.
We can't see the map.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yikes. All right. Not
I just want
helpful
to
at
see the map,
all.
so I'm sure I understood
Yeah.
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
For
right down
this
in the corner.
one, you just
Okay.
draw in to the best of your ability because it's hard to draw on these maps. Just draw in a little piece right there. So on this guy, you draw that in like basically right here.
For 2271
B.
B.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you look at this, none of this was excavated. The only thing that was excavated was the area right in here that's shaded. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that one confused me a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes I get confused and I have to look at the picture
Mhm.
to
That definitely
understand how it
helps.
should be drawn.
And then I looked at the side view, and that got me more confused.
Yeah. What else do you have, Steve? You said you
Um, on another one, I had on the spreadsheet. Well, actually, if you go to 2229 in not on the sheet, but in the I guess
what was it again?
229
229?
2229.
2229. Okay. And then go to the Google folder.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. One of those photos, I went on to from the spreadsheet, the photo, and let me go to the spreadsheet here. Oops, 2229. And the photo 2229.c,
Mm-hmm.
it actually, the photo was called MT2229.c, comma, JPEG. So I renamed that. Is that okay? If I rename it, I don't know if it's going to affect anything.
Was the one I have up on the screen, is that what you relabeled?
Let me see. Going back to you. Yes, because it had a comma after the C. It had a comma,
Oh,
a
yeah.
period comma.
Yeah, if you ever see that, definitely relabel it. That'd be great. Thanks, Steve.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to affect you anyway, or.
No, I'm gonna wait till you all are done with the relabeling to download these because these were relabeled. I'm gonna wait till you all finish digitizing them to download them because the relabeling was done quite a while ago, and there's some things like you've noted, Beth, where things need to be rotated and put back in, or the name needs to be changed. So I'll probably do this for what you all have digitized, but I'll probably just wait till you all are done with the smokehouses to do them all.
And then in the spreadsheet again, that's where I had a couple issues also. 2259 in the spreadsheet,
Mm-hmm.
there were actually 2 Ds in the spreadsheet. 2259.D.
Okay, let's see. UG 2259. But then you said in the spreadsheet, let me bring up the spreadsheet. Let's see, the spreadsheet 2259. I see 2 Ds.
Right. But there was only one card.
Yeah, basically what that is there's two different samples that were taken. And for some reason, oh, it's because of the dates.
Right.
They're given it just instead, like, see how all the samples are in one line? These two are in two different lines, so it's fine. There's no 2 Ds. It's just that it never got it needs there's a and under description there's something different there and it makes it unique and pop out.
Okay.
I don't know how
then-
else to explain that, but it's fine, Steve.
Okay.
But what should we do with those as far as our digitized notes? Because I run into that a lot too.
You could just put the same notes in both.
And then
Okay,
if you look at
duplicate it.
F, if you look at 2229F, I put a message there that it's actually, there's an I card, but no F card.
There's an I card, but no F card. Okay.
Which was weird.
There's an I card. D.
So
Oh,
the
wow.
I was missing on the spreadsheet.
There was no.
Oh,
there
this
was
is
no- right.
yeah, this is horrible handwriting. That's an F.
Oh.
That's just like who is this? This is M.G. Matt Greer. I wonder if this is Matt's writing. He has a horrible handwriting. So this one should just be labeled F.
Okay.
And it should be F there.
Okay.
And if you look here, yeah, there's no photo for F either because it was not excavated.
Okay. I'll go fix that also. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I had.
Okay. Well, God, you made me feel good because those are pretty easy fixes. Thanks, Steve. Well, great. Well, for anyone watching the recording, if you have any questions, you can shoot us a line in Slack. And Beth and Steve, do y'all have anything else?
Not for me.
I don't have anything else. I'll probably start on the west side tomorrow.
Yeah, and those are all just in the same folder. I've relabeled the whole thing smokehouses. So it's called, yeah, SY1, oops, yeah, smokehouses. And so all those folders are in there now. How's the quality of the work that you're seeing compared to other times? Is it the same or is it different?
I would say it's about the same. I still have some problems sometimes with penmanship. and trying to figure out what a word is.
Yeah.
And sometimes the cards are a little faded, so they're hard to read, but I find that if you blow them up, if you make them bigger, you can read it better.
Okay. No, good point. That's yeah, we always joke Matt did a lot of units, he get a lot done, but it means there's a lot of his handwriting. So
Yeah. But I don't find too much. I mean, once in a while I'll find something where they'll write something and it doesn't make any sense if you compare the picture and the card. It doesn't look like the
yeah.
two are the same, but that doesn't happen very often. And
And
then I
also
usually ask a question.
the unit summary is a good place to go to because it describes all the layers that were excavated, those unit summary forms. Do y'all
Okay.
know what I mean by those?
Yes.
Yep.
A
Okay.
summary.
Yep. It gives a quick summary of what was excavated, what wasn't. And you can, if there's any problems with the cards, you can look at that, like that I and the F. You could probably sort that out there because if there's an I, it means there has to be a G and an H. But if it just should be F, yeah, that's where sometimes you just need to look at the writing. And it was should have been an F, but it looked like an I.
That was all I had.
Okay. Anything else, Steve?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, thanks for all that you all are doing. You all are getting a lot done. It's great to see all the smokehouses get digitized. And we, like I mentioned in the last Lunch and Learn, that we should be getting back all the scanned documents from the fire. Because we turned in a lot of documents that were in file cabinets that needed to be scanned. And when we get those, we're gonna. I think a lot of those are going to be documents that with optical character recognition, we can do something with. But that's going to add a whole nother layer to all this. We'll have to see what comes of those. There's one notebook. There was a notebook that was missing, which was the 2009 season, and like about 3 months of excavations. That one actually showed up during the fire, which is great. It was just somewhere stashed in the office, and then when the fire folks and I emptied everything out of the office, it appeared. So there was a couple of little surprises in the whole process. And there was actually one season we did excavations on a Civil War encampment on Back Road, and all the records for that season have been gone. And I found the folder and going through everything for that. So it's kind of fun to have these things reappear. I don't like the method of delivery, which was the fire, but
Right.
take what you can get. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, you all. Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing with the digitizing. This means a lot to all of us. So,
All right.
all right. Well, have it. We'll see you in Slack, and have a good rest of your week.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.